Good afternoon. So today the plan is to go to Universal.
Yeah.
We haven't been together. We haven't been in a long time to Universal.
Just to the parks, like to have fun.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's gonna rain pretty soon. So I don't know if we're planning this out in a smart way or not.
Also, it's 1,000,000 degrees outside and Jen is just like very susceptible to heat right now.
Yeah, it's literally, I think the feels like temperature is 99 or something like that.
Yeah.
This weekend, the feels like temperature is 111 degrees.
All right.
That is just like insane to me. I can't believe that that's what the temperature is going to feel. I don't know what 110 feels like.
I do.
Probably not good.
Yeah, no, it's not fun.
Holy cow. So if you guys are here on vacation right now, or if you're like planning on being here during this very hot time, drink so much water.
Oh yeah.
Please be like careful, be safe.
Yeah.
I'm nervous and I'm from here.
Yeah, so we have a backup plan though.
Yeah.
So like if we get to Universal and it's just too hot, we have a backup plan.
Well, and if it rains, so not if it's just like a little rain, we can handle that. But if it's like a real like intense downpour, we're gonna maybe go to Vivo.
Yeah.
So a lot of you guys, when we had our dinner at Big Fire, we were asking about, you know, like what do you guys think is good? And a lot of you guys said Vivo was your top pick. And we haven't been there. We've never
eaten at Vivo.
Yeah, I don't know why we've never been there, but we haven't.
Well, so the whole reason that we haven't been to Vivo is because it's one of the interesting restaurants that doesn't open until 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, and so every time that we would go, it's like 3 and we're like, let's go to Vivo, and it's like, it's not open yet. And we're like, oh, let's go to Cowfish then.
Yeah.
So,
I wonder why it opens. Does Cowfish open at 4 too?
No, Cowfish opens for lunch.
I wonder why Vivo doesn't open for lunch.
I don't know.
Huh. Well, it's after 4, so we're in luck. Vivo is open.
Yeah.
So yeah, we looked at the menu and it looks pretty good. It's pasta, pizza,
Meatballs.
Italian type, yeah, meatballs, Italian type stuff. Yeah. So we like that. I'm excited. Well, you don't like pasta.
I don't like pasta, but that's okay. There's other stuff on the menu that I can eat, and
he
it
likes
sounds
the
delicious.
other stuff, yeah. So we'll go to CityWalk?
Yeah.
Well, to Universal. We'll see.
We're gonna test out the waters, so let's head on over.
Oh, that's the storm we're driving. Whoa, whoa. This is a bumpy road. That's the storm we're driving into, so...
Yeah, so here's our plan. So if we go to dinner right now, we'll get a table, no problem. But if we waited until it started raining and then went to dinner, I feel like everybody would have that idea, and then the restaurant would be like crowded and we might have to wait for a table. So I'm hungry, you're hungry. We'll get dinner first. Maybe it'll rain while we're in there, and then we can go into the park afterwards after everybody's left from the rain. Yeah. That's a good plan.
I think that's something that you'll have to kind of keep in mind with your Florida plans if you're here on vacation, or, you know, just if you're here, is that the weather is constantly changing. And so I think you just kind of always have to have a backup plan, or just be ready to change your plans in general. So we're ready. Oh yeah, there it is. It's coming. It's coming for us. And now we're parking.
Another thing I wanted to mention to you guys is that we did upgrade my pass. We didn't upgrade both passes. So now I have the highest tier pass, which includes free preferred parking and free valet. So if it was like really raining tonight, we could have valeted. But I think this is better when it's raining because it's covered. And then you would get wet out in CityWalk. Right, whereas the valet guys would be all wet getting into the car getting it.
Right. But I think it made sense for us to finally upgrade because we had been doing the middle pass for so long. So only one of us needed to upgrade for the parking. Right. And then you get 1 free Horror Nights ticket.
And I get, like, it's after 4 right now. I've got Express.
But I don't.
You don't, sorry. Artistic shot on the moving walkway. Yeah, or this one. Just to give you guys a little bit of perspective, right now it's 95 degrees in the shade. Feels like temperature of a little bit over 100.
Oh gosh.
Intense. Welcome to Universal Orlando. Whoa, your solar umbrella is blocking my shot. Call it a hater blocker. This thing actually works pretty good. The temperature is about, like we said, 10 degrees different underneath it. Still hot. It's just like being in the shade somewhere, but it does a pretty good job.
I feel a difference. I think it's like a lifesaver for me.
Yeah.
We'll link it down below if you guys want to check it out. I recommend it.
So Jen, surprise, we're not eating at Vivo, we're just eating donut hamburgers from this stand here.
I tried a bite of it when he brought it home. It wasn't bad.
Yeah?
I probably wouldn't order it myself.
I ate it for breakfast the next day. Like, I didn't eat all of it that day. I ate the rest of it for breakfast.
I can't believe you did that.
Here we go, we're going to Vivo. And the funny thing is, like, if we look in this direction, it does not look like rain, but as you kind of pan around, oh yeah, there's a storm over yonder. It's quite loud in here, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do that thing that we've been doing where we show the food and then we talk about it a little bit later.
Yeah, because we're right by the kitchen, so we're gonna get a lot of those kitchen noises.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about everything.
But it is an open kitchen, which is nice to see.
Yeah.
I can tell you this, it's almost guaranteed that we're not going to hear any Tom Petty tonight.
That's true.
Going to hear a lot of Michael Bublé though.
Yeah.
1 hour later.
It never actually rained while we were inside. That's Florida for you. So it just started raining as soon as we got outside.
Oh no.
And it's lightning and thundering now. Side note, Vivo was ridiculously good.
You guys were not wrong. I feel like that's at the top of my list.
Yeah.
I want to revisit Cowfish and I want to revisit Antojitos, but that was so good.
Yeah.
Everything was flavored too. I know we talk about it a lot, or at least I talk about how a lot of the theme park food doesn't have salt, it needs flavor. Everything about that meal was delicious.
Yeah.
It's raining.
It's raining. Sorry, I was looking around. The other thing that was a little bit, the only thing that I found that I didn't like, wow, that was some lightning right there. Only thing that I found that I didn't like about that restaurant was just how loud it was.
It was so loud, and I don't know that if we were in the front of the restaurant, if it would have been less loud.
No, it's basically like the way that the restaurant was built. Tile floors, flat walls, flat ceiling.
The chairs were metal too, so you're literally just hearing like the scraping of the metal like every 5 minutes when people get up or... Oh no! I feel like we're gonna have to go home.
Oh no.
Maybe we should. We might have to be right back. Maybe we'll revisit this in a second, yeah?
So yeah, we took refuge in the Universal store.
We haven't been in here in a long time.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not looking good outside.
No, I can't believe we planned that so like horribly.
Yeah, right?
We thought that it would rain while we were at dinner. Instead it rained as soon as we got done with dinner.
What the heck?
I think that's just our life.
This is what's that meme where they're like, this is the ideal male body? Why is he standing like that?
I don't know. I think it makes it really flatters your body, I think.
I think if you have a pregnant belly, it does. This is kind of interesting. It's sort of reminiscent of the Loungefly stuff that Disney does.
Oh yeah.
Like a little bit. Also, this dress is kind of fun.
I like the bottom part.
Yeah.
Oh, it feels weird though.
Is it like
This would be so
spandex?
hot, yeah.
Oh no.
You just sweat to death in this thing. But I want to show you this.
Oh yeah, it's like a tiny Minion outfit.
Should our kid be a Minion? Is it
Yeah. Don't we already have one?
And then, do we?
Maybe.
It's a
Probably
onesie,
not.
though. Like,
Oh
this
yeah.
is a literal Minion outfit. And then he can have little Minion head.
Gotcha. You want to get him cute onesies? I want to get him a fart gun.
Go ahead, take a sniff. Where do you do it?
I don't know. Try it though. Squeeze the trigger. Oh no, it sounds like farts. I don't know if it actually smells.
It says to take a sniff.
Huh?
I don't smell anything.
There's a little Hogwarts Houses shirt. Do you think that it's worth $23
No, but
for a
it's really
baby
cute.
to like spit up on?
No, it would fit him for like 1 minute.
Right? What? Just Gryffindor?
I think so. I don't see any other houses.
What the heck?
Because we're Ravenclaw, so I think our
Right.
baby would be Ravenclaw, right?
I would hope so.
$27.
Yeah. Baby's gonna poop in that. Ooh, are you gonna get that one?
No, but I like it.
How much is it?
I think we could do an extra large right now. It's $30.
$30.
Why is these
That is
so expensive?
such a deep neck on that thing. For Secret Life of Pets 2, they've got some headbands. This one kind of looks like Marie.
I love it. I think these are kid sizes though. They look very tiny.
Right?
Dang, I didn't realize that Secret Life of Pets was like that big of a deal.
Well, I mean, I guess it is.
Huh. They have a lot of stuff.
Yes, I'm this adorable. And they also have, it's snow time. I just said that because it says it on the shirt. I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming.
I think he's Snowball,
Okay.
the rabbit, I think.
Yeah. You know who he's played by?
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Well, this is interesting because they've got old school pressed pennies here.
Oh,
so like you got a Back to the Future one. E.T.'s still here. Jaws is not here anymore. And King Kong, that's the original Kongfrontation style. We have Kong now.
And they're 51 cents a piece.
Yeah, you gotta bring your own penny. Well, this trip turned out to be a total bust. Well, not a total bust, because we did get some good dinner, but it is starting to rain harder and it's just gonna get worse. So I think we're headed home. But we are gonna talk a little bit more about dinner when we get home. And maybe we'll kind of like go over some like ways to avoid the rain. I don't know.
Because clearly we're pros.
Yeah, we're bad at this. In case anybody's wondering what it's like when you're trying to leave when everybody else is trying to leave.
Oh yeah. Everybody had the same idea.
And the funny thing is we should be over there, but we'll be okay. We'll figure out our way out of here. We are back home now. We avoided the rain.
We did.
I believe that it started a downpour at Universal as soon as we left, but it stayed dry here at our house. So
I know, yeah.
Good times, Florida weather. It's the way it goes. So how did you like Vivo?
I really liked Vivo a lot. It was really, everything was very tasty, very flavorful. You could tell that everything was made fresh. Our service was really great. The dessert was really good. The only thing that I didn't love was how loud the restaurant was. I know we talked about that for like a second when we were in CityWalk, but the restaurant was so loud.
Yeah.
So here's just I'm gonna insert just a quick example of how loud it was. For me, that was too loud to enjoy, let's say, because we actually invited a couple of friends to come with us and it was too short notice so they couldn't actually meet us out there. But I don't think we would have had a good time like trying to like talk to each other at dinner. Right. You know, like it would have been hard to hear each other at the table, and the other people in the restaurant were literally yelling at each other to try to like hear each other talk. So that was one thing that I didn't love, was just how loud it was. Right. And I don't think that it would ever be quiet in there. No, unless nobody else was in there and they turned off the music. Yeah. But I think that's, and I don't know if that's really a complaint. Like, restaurants are loud. Yeah. It's just the way that it is, and it just is the way that building was built. Because we were sat right next to the kitchen is very loud. Yeah. Just in general, kitchens are loud. Right. So that's like the kind of like bad stuff out of the way, but everything else was so good. So for our appetizer, or actually before our appetizer, we got some bread and some olive oil. I do wish that the olive oil had some kind of like seasoning in it. Right. You know, where they do like olive oil and then like an herb mixture, but the bread and olive oil was good. And we did add, like, make our own. He gave us like a plate full of olive oil. We put some like salt and pepper in it. Yeah, it was good. And the bread had like a nice thick crust, and it was really nice and like airy and doughy in the middle. And I do think that like it was a nice portion. Yeah. We probably ate too much bread. Well, I don't know. I had just the right amount of bread. It was really good. And then for our appetizer, we got a meatball marinara little appetizer plate. Yeah. Bandit wanted to come up on the couch. He wanted to join us for our food review. I really did. I liked the meatballs though. I thought they were really good. Yeah, they were interesting because you know how sometimes like ground beef can get kind of like gristly and like grainy. Like these were really smooth. Yeah, it was like they pureed the beef. Yeah. And then formed it into a meatball. But it was really nice. I liked them a lot. I thought they were cooked really well. The outside had like a nice, not a char. Like a crust. Yeah. But not a crust. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know, they were formed correctly, I guess. They were circles. Yeah. Also, the marinara sauce was sweet. It was like a little tiny bit sweet. Mm-hmm. And it actually went really well with the meatballs. Yeah, it had like a nice like herb mixture in the meatballs, and you could tell that they had used like a nice amount of breadcrumbs as well. And then it had a little bit of shaved Parmesan on top. But you got 3 large meatballs, and I think that was a good portion. Also, if you order spaghetti and meatballs, you get those same 3 meatballs just with spaghetti added to them. Mm-hmm.
delicious. I would order that again.
Yeah, I definitely would order that again. It was really good. And then for our entrees, I got the Squid Ink Seafood Pasta, which had squid, clams, calamari, shrimp, mussels. It was made with a black pasta, so it looked really cool. It was made with like squid ink, so it was regular pasta mixed with squid ink. And then Tim tasted the pasta by itself, but you said that it didn't taste like seafood.
Right, the actual like noodles didn't taste anything like seafood. I didn't get any sort of like fishy flavor to it. I didn't try any of the other stuff in there because I know what that stuff tastes like.
Right, yeah.
But the actual pasta didn't taste like seafood.
Well, and when I ordered it too, our server asked, are you okay with spice? So they do kind of walk you through the menu and let you know if something is going to taste like one way or the other. And I will say that this had so much flavor. It was really good. It was spicy, but it wasn't too spicy. It was a white wine sauce, but it had a just red pepper flakes, so it was that kind of spice to it. But it was so good. And it's funny because we just had dinner at Big Fire, and Big Fire wasn't bad. We equated it to Chili's, and somebody said, that's kind of an insult, like I don't know if you know, but and I do agree, but I just mean that it's very basic.
Right.
And it was bland, like it wasn't super flavorful. But when we went to Vivo, I think that everything had a ton of flavor. Yeah. So I know that I said in the last video that I know theme park food is just pretty bland on its own, but I guess that's not necessarily true. Right. Because Vivo was not bland.
Right, not at all.
No, yeah, and I really appreciated that they actually seasoned the food. It was good. So I would recommend the Squid Ink Pasta, and all of the seafood was cooked perfectly, and it was delicious. It was the right amount. I couldn't even finish all of my food. So it was like a nice portion. Yeah. And so that was, I don't know if we mentioned this, the meatballs were $12 for those 3 large meatballs. The Squid Ink Pasta entree was $21. And then what did you get?
I got an Italian meat pizza.
It looked really good.
Yeah, and the thing that sticks out the most about the pizza to me was the dough. Like, it tasted so homemade.
It did. It tasted really fresh. Yeah.
Like it had just been made, and then they rolled it out. And I know that they did this because on the way out we saw them doing this. So I know that they're making that dough fresh, and you're getting a very, very fresh pizza. And then it had these giant pepperonis on it, which tasted just like any other pepperoni. There wasn't anything spectacular about them.
Do you think the red sauce was the same marinara that came with the meatballs?
I could see that they would use the same marinara for both dishes. That makes sense to me. Because it was 2 cured meats, there was a lot of salt on that pizza. Mm-hmm. So right now I am intensely thirsty.
Maybe that's why they used the sweeter marinara to go with it. So that it was kind of, because I know when you were eating it, you said that it was kind of spicy. You said that the pepperoni, I think. The
pepperoni and the sausage were both kind of spicy.
Yeah, so it kind of is that to cut the spiciness, they did a sweet sauce maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would definitely order that or order a different pizza again. I'm excited to go back to Vivo.
Well, I remember we really like Red Oven, which is the quick serve pizza place, and it's actually right 2 doors down from Vivo. So it's Vivo, Cowfish, and then the Red Oven pizza place. Mm-hmm. We really enjoy the prosciutto and arugula pizza? Yeah. It's delicious. And so we were talking about that one day with some people, and they said that the prosciutto and arugula pizza at Vivo was better. Oh. So I'd like to try that. Yeah. I want to go back for sure.
Definitely. And then for dessert, we just ordered a cannoli because it's a cannoli.
Yeah, and all of the desserts are $7, so whatever dessert you get, it's gonna be $7.
They did have a signature dessert there that was called the Stracciatella Semi-Freddo. It's sweet frozen vanilla ice cream and shaved chocolate on a chocolate cookie crust, warm chocolate ganache, and chocolate shards.
That sounds so good.
And I watched it come out of the kitchen, and it looked amazing.
It sounded like it was going to be too big, too much for us to eat.
And it would have been.
Well, we couldn't even finish the cannolis. Right. Yeah. They were so rich.
Yeah, well, it was just like a cheese dessert.
Yeah, it was really good though. I would definitely eat that again. It had pistachio kind of crumbles on the outside, and then it had little chocolate pieces mixed in with the sweet cheese inside. And then there were 2 cherries on either end. It tasted really nice together.
And you know how sometimes when you get cannolis, and I've said this about other cannolis before, they have a grainy texture to them.
Like the cheese.
Yeah, this didn't have this. This was just smooth.
Yeah, it was really good. It was kind of messy to eat, but it was worth it.
Oh yeah. It was so good. Everything that we had was delicious.
I do think because I think our dinner ended up being around $60.
Yeah.
And then with Tim's Premier Pass, we got another 15% off, which was really nice. So it is, I think all of the sit-down restaurants in CityWalk are gonna be about that same price.
Right.
I think you're not gonna get out of there with a dessert, an entree, and an appetizer for like under 60 bucks.
Yeah, and also just to put that into perspective, we shared an appetizer, we shared a dessert, we got 2 entrees.
Right, yeah.
And no drinks, we got waters.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it's just kind of the way that it is at theme parks nowadays. They're like, dinners are expensive, especially sit-down ones.
I was gonna say, the sit-down, if you're looking for something, what?
Even quick service, like, I know that it was kind of a ridiculous burger, but that donut burger was $14.
Yeah, I think theme park food is just pricey in general, unfortunately. Right. I'm sure there are cheaper options that you could go for.
Yeah, there's a Burger King there.
Yeah, like you could do Burger King, you could do Moe's and Panda Express, which I'm a fan of those as well. But they do have more quick service like the Red Oven Pizza, Hot Dog Hall of Fame. So we'll have to explore those as well, the quick service restaurants, after we do this series of the sit-down restaurants. But I would like to revisit all of the restaurants just to get an updated taste of everything.
Yeah.
But as far as for me right now, I think Vivo is at one, I don't know if it is the top of my list, but it's definitely at the top. Like it's one of the top places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like top 3 for me right now, in no particular order, Vivo, Antojitos, Cowfish.
Same.
So yeah, all in all, this was like a fantastic dinner.
Yeah, and it's nice that we live close enough that we can just pop over and have dinner at CityWalk.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoy that we can just have like a fun little dinner date at the theme park and not have to necessarily go into the theme park. Yeah. Although I did want to go in, but then the rain came.
Yeah. I was kind of bummed that we didn't get to go in, but
I know.
We made the most of it.
We're sorry that we didn't get to take you guys into the park, but we'll be back for sure, so.
That is something that I think we need to explore a little bit more too, is there's not a lot of options at Universal for rainy day activities.
Well, I think there's not a lot of options for me right now.
Right.
Because I'm pregnant and I can't ride certain rides, because we were talking about it, we're like, maybe we can just run in and ride something because all the rides are covered. But I can't really ride anything at Universal. Right. I think the only thing I can really ride is like the Seuss High in the Sky trolley, maybe E.T., but we're still not really sure about that.
Right.
The Carousel.
Right.
And then I don't really know what else I can ride.
Hogwarts Express.
Yeah, but the line is always so long on that one. It's been kind of tough. That's been like, a lot of you guys, we got this comment that was like, do a video where you ride every single ride in the park one day, but I can't ride anything right now. Right. so we'll have to revisit those videos in just a few months. Yeah. And we'll be back. We'll be back at it soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all in all, a fantastic trip to Universal.
Yeah.
Too bad for the rain, but we made the best of it.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we are off, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
We're the Enders from Nebraska, and now it's time to pay the price.